I was a tennis player transitioning to becoming a coach. It was tough. I injured my shoulder. My doctor said, I don't think you can reach the same level that you used to. If you want to become a good tennis player, do you have time with you and do you have money with you to sustain the journey? Because tennis is time and money.
From competing on court to shaping players from the sidelines, PC Vignesh has lived both the sides of the game.
Tennis is confidence. The more confident you are, the more better you play. Trust the coach. Don't panic. Forget the system. Don't quit too early. Don't put too much pressure on the coaches. Don't put too much pressure on your kid. Don't make it as a grind. Make it as a happy journey.
What's going on in our Indian tennis system?
Honestly, I don't see a system. I'm going to accept the system as it is now. I'm not going to beat the system.
PC Honor, for people who don't know you, I'd rather let you introduce yourself. Who are you and what do you do?
I'm PC Vignesh, a former professional tennis player, and now I'm coaching my brother and a few others as well. I've been playing tennis for like 25 years now, and I've been coaching as well. So tennis was my life and been enjoying it so far.
So if you mind telling us what was your highest rank in ATP and what's your brother whom you are training right now constantly?
So my brother's name is Aniru Chandrasekar. He is ranked top 100 now, 89 in the world.
Wow.
My highest rank in singles ATP was 834 and
Wow.
doubles was 650. And I was India number 6 and I was India number top 10 in singles and doubles for like 5 years.
Wow. That's really impressive. So how did you get started in tennis?
It was very random. My dad used to work in Indian Oil Corporation in Chennai. His friend happened to be a table tennis player. He was the one who said, why don't you put your son in an individual sport other than cricket? And randomly I picked up tennis and it all started from there. It was I'm not from a sporting background. My parents never played any sports, but it was just me and then my brother started.
So how old were you when you started playing tennis and what was it like playing tennis in a country like India?
I started when I was 8 years old, but no knowledge. Absolutely, it was about enjoyment. It was about just getting up, trying to play every day, So there's no expectations, nothing. And then my journey was fun because I was born and brought up in Chennai.
Yeah.
And at the age of 12, my uncle, my dad's own brother, used to live in Hyderabad.
I see.
So my dad was interested in, making me pursue tennis seriously. So he was trying to find good coaches in Chennai and, trying to understand how I can take it forward from there on because he had no knowledge, but it was just that he wanted me to develop. So my uncle used to live in Hyderabad and my uncle, in his community, there was one tennis player who used to go regularly to an academy and my uncle happened to talk to them and then find out the details. He shared with my dad and it was just a random switch from Chennai to Hyderabad, random move. And we just moved to Hyderabad. We shifted our base there.
Yeah.
My parents took transfer and we moved to Hyderabad and my journey started from there on. At the age of 12, I've been with one coach. It's been going on ever since, and the coach's name is CV Nagraj.
Yeah.
And the academy's name is the School of Power Tennis. That's how I started, and I started to play tennis there.
Yeah.
And my brother eventually started playing there, and then at a point where I injured my shoulder and I had time in hand to see him play. That's when I took over and I started to coach him full time.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your journey. Like you guys started playing tennis as kids and then you cracking top 1000, your brother cracking top 100 in the world. How was that journey like so far?
It's a long journey for me because for me I was not a very good junior. 114, 16s were not great for me because I felt I took too much pressure there because parents didn't know tennis. They wanted to fund me for tennis. They used to work hard. But because of that, I was putting too much pressure on myself. There were parental pressures as well. The journey continued. I was continuously,
You were
playing
on the
tennis.
circuit, yeah.
Yes, I was on the circuit, and then under 18 is when there was a breakthrough where I won a national tournament in Hyderabad.
Yeah.
And then I didn't play any junior tournaments, ITF junior tournaments. I've never played one.
Yeah.
So then my coach also told me that it's better we switch to the men's, you know. So when I was 18 last year, 18, I think 18 first year, I think, or 18 last year, I won my nationals.
Wow.
And that year itself, I started to play men's tournament.
Men's tournaments.
Then continued the journey there, started playing a lot of AIT tournaments and the IT Futures tournaments back then, and then kept grinding it out.
Yeah.
That's the word I can use, because it was not very easy.
Yeah.
Right? It was not. I couldn't enjoy the journey as such, because expectations to perform was there. Winning, yes, of course, wanted to win, but to perform also, it was not that freedom was not there to go and enjoy and play tennis there. It was always trying to prove something. So that's how my journey went on. And then I was playing consistently the futures tournaments. I was making points. I was reaching quarters in singles, making doubles finals at a lot of events.
Yeah.
I won one tournament, doubles ITF futures tournaments, a tournament in Madurai. In that tournament is where I injured my shoulder. That was a freak accident.
Oh my God.
So I just injured my shoulder. I had to come back, and there was a labrum tear. So my doctor suggested me to get a surgery done, but he said, if you want to get a surgery done, I would suggest you to go abroad, because during that time he said that in India, I don't want you to get a surgery, especially the shoulder.
Yeah.
So I was having a lot of faith in him. So I told him, whatever you say. And then he said, you can play so much. I can treat you in a way where it won't hurt you. But I don't think you can reach the same level that you used to. After one or two matches, there will be that some strength, a lot of strength, and pain and everything. So I said, okay. Then that's when I had a lot of time in hand. I chose Aniru's tennis ahead of my tennis then.
Yeah. But how was that feeling like when the doctor was telling you? How did you take it?
It was tough, very tough, because that is when I won my first futures. Right? I was working really hard.
Yeah.
It was my mistake why I got injured. But again, it was tough to accept that. But at the same time, I don't know, my transition to coaching from there on I didn't find it very difficult. Because I like to coach, I like to mentor and stuff back then itself.
Yeah.
So I was like,
So the transition was not that tough on you.
Honestly, it was not tough. I didn't feel that. Deep down I had that, okay, maybe I could have played few more years for sure, at least the doubles. But yes, otherwise transition to becoming a tennis coach was not very difficult. So it was not tough on me to accept it.
Yeah.
And then I started to coach my brother.
Yeah.
He happened to perform, work hard.
Yeah.
Then I started to play doubles with him.
Wow.
At the futures level, we made a lot of finals there.
So how was it like for brothers to play tennis?
It was super fun. Trust me, it was super fun. Along with that, I was able to coach him a lot, because it was as good as coaching him off court and on court. On court, because it was live. It was happening there. So I was able to tell him a lot of stuff, and he happened to really, really pick it up, because he was showing a lot of happiness playing doubles, and he also used to try and play singles as well.
Yeah.
The journey started with him, and he's wherever he is right now.
Yeah.
So.
And how your family reacted initially when both of you brothers started playing tennis together?
My parents felt little bad when I stopped tennis, because they wanted. My dad especially, he put a lot of effort. So mom also always tells me, even now she tells me to go and play tournaments wherever possible. She likes my game.
Yeah.
The way I used to play. So parents, for them it was tough, because I injured my shoulder and I am coaching now.
Yeah.
But again, for them, my brother picked up, and I had to put my foot down and tell them that I will take care of my brother.
Yeah.
So that was really tough for my parents, because they were scared, because my journey was not easy.
Yeah.
And now brother is picking up tennis. So for them, they were scared as to how is this going to pan out, what are we going to do and stuff. I said, no, I have a lot of experience in how to go about it.
Yeah.
So I told them I need complete freedom now. I'm going to do everything for him.
Yeah.
You just take a back seat, relax, and watch our journey. That is what I said. I told them, I made it very clear to them that I don't want you to be involved in this anymore in terms of, as a support, parental support. Yes, great. But other than that, I don't want you to fear anything. We are going to do great. And I was very positive about he doing well. I don't know where he's going to reach, but I was very positive that we could do well together.
Yeah. and
So-
now everybody else can see where you guys.
Yes, definitely. Everybody can see, and it's a fun journey.
Yeah.
It was a lot of learning for me as well. As I was a tennis player to transitioning to becoming a coach and
Yeah.
coaching him. It was a lot
Yeah.
of fun, and and the age gap between my brother and myself is 11 years. So,
11 years. Oh wow.
so
Yeah.
that is one thing where he had maximum respect for me.
Mm,
So for me to tell him anything and get the work done was easy.
yes, you always have that authority.
I used to have that
Yeah.
authority. You can
Yes.
use that word
Yes.
because there was no lot of questions asked
Yes,
from the other
yes, yes,
side.
yes.
So it was easy for me to have my vision and asking him to align and
Yeah.
put in that effort so that we can achieve whatever we have to achieve.
Yeah. For the athletes listening, maybe some who are struggling with the system or wondering if they can make it from a smaller tennis nation like us, why should they listen to your story today and what are they going to learn from you?
You have to listen to our story, our journey, because we made it from India. We didn't travel abroad. We didn't go get coached anywhere else outside India. So I am a very firm believer in that. I don't think that we need to go abroad and train and then become a tennis player. So for me, I am dead against that. Yes, going abroad, exposure wise, it's important. It is good. But if you ask me, can we become good tennis players from India? I am saying it's 100% possible, and we are a good example for that.
Yeah.
So definitely, you should listen to us or watch
Yeah.
this for this particular reason.
Yeah.
From India, we can become very, very good tennis players.
Yes. I mean, this is so inspiring because I never thought it in this perspective that you made it from India only, wherever you are sitting right now. And this is so inspiring. So, what was the hardest moment in your journey?
The hardest moment in my journey was I couldn't enjoy my tennis. It was more of a routine and a thing where something I have to do to achieve and become a tennis player. So that is the only thing that I can say about my journey as a tennis player. That enjoyment, excitement to go and compete and come what may, irrespective of results, go and do your best.
Yeah.
That wasn't happening at all times because every time when I used to step onto the court, that expectation to win was way too much. So that was something that it was tough.
That you didn't enjoy the journey that much as a player?
Yes, yes. If I look back now, if you ask me that one thing that you could have done, I would have been like, I should have enjoyed a little more,
Yeah.
played matches with a little more smile and
Yeah.
happiness. Forget about the results. Just travel, just play, just
Yeah.
eat well, sleep well,
Yeah.
work hard, play tennis. I used to work really, really hard.
Yeah.
Sure, that joy, that smile, those things I couldn't bring it at that moment. Later on, yes. Later on, once I started to earn a little bit and play tennis for by myself, that's when I started to change a little bit, understand a little bit better. So things changed.
Yeah. I mean, this made me think about how lucky we are as tennis player or coaches that every week we get to visit a new city, new country, and it's a dream life for so many people.
100%.
And I mean, it's so exciting for us also that okay, now we are going there. Okay, this next week we'll be in this part of the world.
100%. This is something everybody cannot, they don't get it.
Yeah.
But we as a tennis player, we are fortunate in this aspect.
Yeah.
That's why I said, if you are able to do this, we are doing it already, just traveling and going to different places. We should be able to enjoy the journey as well,
Yeah.
feel it, not just play it as a routine thing.
Yeah.
Feel it, enjoy the occasion, enjoy the moments there, and
Yeah, I mean, at the end, it's gonna be the journey which you're gonna remember.
remember. You're totally right.
Yeah, because even if now I sit here, although I didn't travel as much as you guys, but all I could remember is the memories I made on my journey, the travels.
Exactly. Totally agree. The travel part is something. It is really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. After a certain point, you feel the grind as well because you're traveling a lot week in week out. But yes, one thing I'm very, very clear right now is to feel happy that you're doing it.
Yeah.
More than anything else. Every new country, new city, you're going every week.
Yeah.
Enjoy the process, grind, or whatever you want to call it. but just stay happy with what you're doing. Yeah.
But I think at the same time, there's a big sacrifice also, because before starting to record this podcast, you told me like you are barely 8 to 10 weeks at home in a whole year. So it's a huge sacrifice you making, that you living mostly away from your loved ones from your family.
Yes, definitely it's a sacrifice. Not at this journey, at this level. Every level, when you are trying to come up at the age of from 14 to 16, 16 to 18 as well, there is a sacrifice there. Not you're not traveling that much outside the country, but you're playing so much that you're missing so many events. You're missing your school life. You're missing your time with friends. So those are also the small sacrifices that you do in those times.
Yeah.
But yes, now we are doing it in a different way.
Yeah.
But that word sacrifice is something, it's staying with you as long as you're going to play tennis. So you're going to sacrifice. So, so that has to become
A part of
a part of it. Yes.
Yeah. You just have to accept it. Yeah.
As simple as that.
Yeah.
That's why you're playing tennis.
Yeah.
You want to sacrifice to achieve something, or you want to sacrifice to get something.
Yeah.
So now you weigh.
So yeah, it's a price you have to pay to be good at tennis.
100%.
Yeah. In your experience, coaching and traveling with players, what are the 3 biggest problems you see holding back Indian tennis players?
The 3 major problems that I see is, one is expectations holding back Indian tennis players.
What do you mean by expectations? Like,
What I mean by expectations is expecting too much out of yourself, right? It is good in a way, but at a higher level, all are doing the same thing. All are playing well. All are working hard the way you are working hard. Now the differentiating factor can be a very small thing that you have to find that out. It can be the happiness quotient. It can be your mental state. How you train yourself there. So it can be your support team. These are very small things, but for me, that expectations as an Indian is way too high, is what I feel. If that can change in people's journey, I definitely feel we can be a lot better.
Expectations can kill the joy during the journey.
See, this journey itself is tough,
Yeah.
right? You have let's say you have reached a certain level. Let's say you have reached top 1,000 in the world.
Yeah.
Okay. Now from 1,000, your next target could be 800. Now, if you're expecting yourself to be 600 or 500, I feel that expectation can be changed to 800, achieve 800, and then the 500 is not a very far away from 800. Stuff like that. From 1,000, if you're expecting to be 500, for me, personally, it is. I'm not saying whether you can achieve it or not achieve it.
Yeah.
You can do it, right? I'm not saying nobody can do it. I'm saying everybody can do it. All I'm saying is keep it simple. Let's make it very consistent, Let's be happy in that journey.
Yeah. And
Let's not.
Yeah, I mean, what I understood here is that you're saying that there's a ladder to reach to this roof.
Yes.
If you will try to jump straight to the roof, that's not possible. You need to climb those stairs one by one.
I'm saying be okay climbing the stairs.
Yes.
I'm saying if you want to jump five steps ahead, maybe it is possible. I'm not saying it is not possible.
Yeah.
Maybe it is possible with you. But I am saying be okay to climb the ladder step by step also. That's nothing wrong in that. Eventually, by doing this, you'll never know that you are jumping. Instead of climbing 1 step, you're climbing 3 steps. You never know, right? But be okay to climb in a way where it is easy, or you're happier in those things. So for me, expectation is something that I feel as an Indian tennis player, it is way too high for players, especially when they start to achieve. Let's say from nowhere they would have reached top 1,000 now. From nowhere they would have reached 800 now. But the expectations to go higher and higher can be balanced. That's what I mean. Everybody can make it. Again and again, I'm saying this. Everybody can make it.
Yeah. So how does players take it when you tell them about the expectations part? How do most of the players react to it? What do you have to say on this?
Initially, they take it well.
Yeah.
But for them, deep down, they want to again come. I was coming to the second part. You asked me 3 things.
Yes.
So I was coming to the second part is the comparison. Expectation, comparison, right? So as your expectation is sky high because you're comparing yourself to the other person. It can be with your own close friend, or it can be someone outside the country. Let's say if Alcaraz is doing something I'm
Yeah.
just giving a very high example.
Yeah.
Right? Like if Alcaraz is doing something at the age of 18 or 19 and you are not doing that, why are you even comparing that? Right? We don't need to compare and do something. We can accept our journey as it is. We are working hard. Let's stick to that. Let's keep it going. Let's be consistent with our efforts, and we are going to make it. Is what I'm trying to say. So it doesn't matter. So how they react when I say expectations and is don't compare is what I say. So don't compare your journey to anybody. Compare yourself to yourself again. You know, from where you were, you are here now. Great.
Yeah.
Go to the next step. It is not very far. Don't
Yeah.
worry. Don't panic. Be consistent.
Yeah.
Please enjoy the journey. Please
Yeah.
keep it going as long as you can.
Yeah.
That is very important.
Yeah. So tennis is more like a marathon. It's
100%.
like you just have to hang in there,
100%.
keep doing the repetitions. And what you just said, that everybody is different and everybody's journey is different. You can't just compare yourself to Alcaraz or anybody or any compatriot in your.
You can't see Indians. You can't first of all compare to the other country,
Yeah.
other people, because the structure itself is different.
Yeah.
The travel itself is different, right? So comparing them is not the right comparison for me. Okay, and why should you even compare?
Yeah.
That is where I'm coming to. You know, we don't need to compare and play tennis.
Yeah.
This is completely my view. This is how I see tennis, because
Yeah.
already it's a very tough sport.
Yeah.
Right? Today you play well. Tomorrow you are not very sure that you're going to play well.
Yeah.
Now, why are you comparing your game, yesterday's game and today's game itself is not aligning for us?
Okay.
Why are we even comparing to someone else now?
Yeah.
Like yesterday we played unbelievable. Today we are playing, yesterday let's say we played 80%. Today we are playing 70%, 60%. We are not able to get that 80% on the next day, right? For some reasons. It can be any reason. Now, why compare to others? Now, let's compare ourselves now. Try and play 80% consistently for 3 days.
Yeah.
Try.
And I think this is something which the tennis parents, the tennis players themselves, they need to understand that you can't keep playing on your 80 or 100% the whole time. There's gonna be like ups and downs in the graph,
100%.
but you just have to hang in there and keep on
There,
doing
no
it.
problem. Now, when you say that, now do you compare that 60 to 80%? You don't compare yourself there. Now, when you play 80% and when you play 60% the next day, now that 60% you're comparing to that person, other 60% there, and they beat you, and you're like, oh shit, what's happening? Oh, no, I'm not doing a good job. No, don't worry. Once you start to play your 80%, you're going to beat them.
Yeah.
Simple.
And that's the beauty of tennis, that every week you get a new chance.
Every day you get a new chance
Yeah.
in tennis, actually, because to improve, I mean.
Yes.
Right? Every week is a new tournament.
Yes.
But every day you can improve.
That's right.
Today you're not feeling well for some reason. Or your opponent must have played well today. Don't worry, it's okay.
Yeah.
Just ease out a lot of things and just continue, playing tennis with the right frame of mind. Show up every day.
Yeah.
Keep smiling every day. Understand yourself better every day. Improve. Automatically it is going to happen. The results, I am a firm believer in results being a byproduct.
Yeah.
You can't force a result. You can't try and get a result. It's tough.
Yeah.
Yes, you can do your bit. If it happens, great. On that particular day, if it doesn't happen, accept it.
Yeah.
Next week we show our result.
And yeah, I mean, if it's easy, then then everybody would do it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you just have to keep grinding it.
stay at it,
Yes.
stay at it.
Yes. So first you said expectations.
One is expectations, one is comparison, and with that you lose confidence. When these two don't go your way, when you don't do the right things, the confidence level,
The belief system.
the belief system,
Yes.
exactly. Right.
Yes.
The word is the right word. The belief, the confidence starts to go down, right? So now I am relating all these three things. For me, it is very important. Tennis is confidence. The more confident you are, the more better you play. Very simple. How you maintain that confidence, how you maintain that belief system it is completely in your hands. Nobody can help you in that. No coach, no mental trainer, nobody can help you.
Yeah.
We can align you in the direction. We can put you in the direction, right? As a coach or as a mentor or as a trainer or whatever it is, we can show you the direction and the path. But maintaining confidence and the belief system is totally from your side,
Yeah.
right? As a tennis player.
Yeah.
Now, those three things, expectations, comparison, and the belief and the belief, confidence,
Yeah.
is very important.
Yeah.
So you have to manage these three things. It is all interlinked.
Yeah.
So if you can manage these things, the three things the right way,
Yeah.
it is not a very tough journey. You can do it.
Yeah. And I mean, confidence and the belief system, it helps you during the match where there will be chances where you have to take chances.
Yes.
And if you're scared, you will not do that.
100%.
But when you are like confident in yourself and you're like, okay, yeah, I can do that.
Yes.
And then you'll be taking those chances just like that.
So everything. See, when I talk about these three things, if you can just manage these three things by being aware, right, by being attentive, then the outcome is going to be completely different.
So let's talk about tennis in India.
Sure.
What's going on in our Indian tennis system?
Honestly, I don't see a system.
Yeah.
That is the truth. We know it's not happening.
Yeah.
We know it hasn't happened a lot.
Yeah.
It can be way better.
Yeah.
Right now, this is the current state of affairs.
Yeah.
So what do we do now? Why are we thinking about system? Our journey in tennis is not. It's not going to last forever. So for us, time matters. Right now, if I am starting to think about the system, I'm not going to beat the system.
That's right.
I'm going to travel with the system now. I'm going to accept the system as it is now. If it gets better, great. I'll use it. I can take help.
Yeah.
If it is not happening, I'll try to find whatever best I can do to make sure I keep going forward. What is happening with Indian tennis is Indians are very, very talented, hardworking, definitely. So for them to achieve anything and everything, it is possible. I'm a very firm believer in that.
And you have to give them the correct system to thrive. No, I mean,
Correct.
I loved your approach. What you just said that.
See, again, it comes down to coaching as well, right?
Yeah.
Coaches. It comes down to parenting as well.
Yeah.
It comes down to so many things.
Yeah.
Then it comes down to your own frame of mind as well, right? But system is something. If it comes, you take it. If it is not happening, what can you do?
Yeah.
Right? It's not. It's a great sport where you're playing everything. You have the access to go pay money and use the system. Rent a court and play and become better.
Yeah.
You can do that. If this is not happening, it is shut and you can't play tennis.
Yeah.
You can play tennis if you're ready to go out there and play tennis. Find a way.
Yeah.
Rather than talking too much about the system and thinking about only the system that is not happening. I don't think we have so much time to think about all that because our time is not going to be. It's not forever, right?
That's
have to. Our tennis journey itself is. We would like to play as long as we can, but it's a short journey, right?
Yeah, and it's such a great approach that instead of showing yourself as a victim, you're just finding ways to just to continue your journey.
Yes.
And what's the best you can do? What's in your hand at that moment?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't guarantee that we are going to be Alcaraz, or we are not going to think about becoming Federer, Nadal, whatever, Djokovic or whatever. We are going to be in this journey, travel in this journey, see how far we can go. If you're going, yes, we can take help from whatever sources that we have. If everything aligns, we are going to do great. Otherwise, one thing that we can do from our side is showing up every day, being consistent, being focused, learning every single day, keep learning, keep doing your bit. Why not? You will become successful. I know system can get better. Now, if I have to talk about system, then it has to be so many things that we can talk about. It can get better.
Yeah.
Right. From the tournament structure, from the associations taking ownership.
Yeah.
Providing them with the better facilities. Everything can change.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it hasn't changed.
Yeah.
It's taking time. Let's see. Let's wait and see.
Yeah. Let's just hope for the best. Yeah. What do you think about the tournament structure and what better can be done?
We can have more quality tournaments, is what I feel, and at every level, if tournaments can give some incentive to the players, at least from the semis, finals, something like that, where tournaments where the players can get some incentive, some sponsorship, something that can be very helpful, and for the men's players also, in India. The tournament structure can be way better.
What do you mean by way better?
When they play the ITA tournaments, they don't make a lot of money. So for them, there are a lot of players who play the ITA tournaments in anticipation. If they can make that money, they can use that for the
futures,
the tournaments abroad or something.
Yeah.
So if the tournaments are now, we have those 1 lakh tournament, 1 lakh rupees tournaments, and so that we can have 5 lakh rupees tournaments. I know the sponsorships it's not easy to get. But if you have at least 10, 12 tournaments like that, there can be players who can develop, who can improve, make that small money here and there to reinvest, because everybody wants to make money to reinvest and try and become a tennis player.
That's right.
And I hope that happens, and that will be helpful for the players as well.
Yeah. So we need to do a better job at finding sponsors and organizing bigger tournaments.
Better tournaments, quality tournaments.
Yes.
So it's and people are, you see all the top players competing. So when they compete back to back with those players, the level also grows.
Yeah.
Now, because now if you see, the top players don't play certain tournaments. So if let's say nationals, if you have tournaments like nationals, if you have 2-3 nationals in a year or stuff like that, if you have higher prize money tournaments, you can see top players competing, and those players, when they compete amongst each other, that gives them that added motivation. That can, from few players can crop up from there as well. They can get better, they can compete to get better. So that makes a huge difference.
Yeah. And what would you say about, there's lately been a lot of tournaments like futures and challengers happening in India in last 2-3 years, I think.
That's great. That is really good. But for the cream players, right? Those are for the top 300, top 400, top 500 players. Great. I'm very happy that India is hosting a lot of challenges, and now this year they are coming up with a lot of futures tournaments. That is very, very good. I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah.
Definitely they are doing a good job there.
Yeah.
But along with that, if they can have a good national tournaments,
on the grassroots maybe.
National tournaments, that will be very helpful. Quality national tournaments, if they can have, that can be huge.
Yeah.
Players to compete,
and that way we'll be able to attract more players who can participate and earn a living.
Yeah, they can also think that way, right? Okay, there are tournaments like this. Okay, in this, if I win, I can make so much, and with that I can go travel for tournaments and stuff like that. That will be helpful.
So why is South India producing better racket sport athletes? What's different down there as compared to North India?
Tough question, but I don't want to differentiate South India, North India here, because it's again the players.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know. I don't have a stat to say something that South Indians are doing better than North Indians. I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
All are working hard. Maybe for South Indians it is clicking. Maybe for the North Indians it is taking time.
Yeah.
I don't know if your stats say that.
But
I'm not going to differentiate anything in that way, because all are working hard, all are putting in their best efforts, right? So everybody are different. Racket sports, now when you're terming racket sports, maybe they are seeing racket sports in a different way. South Indian people are seeing it in a different way compared to the other people. I don't know, but but overall I would say one thing is, anybody who's picking up a sport, they are putting in that effort. So how much ever they can sustain it, travel in the journey consistently, is something that we need to look at. If they're happy and they're doing it, I think they should just continue doing it.
Yeah. So you have traveled with players internationally. How does our junior development program compare to other nations?
The associations definitely can do way better than when you're comparing yourself to the other nations.
Yes.
Definitely they can do better, having a system, having a structure where junior players are transitioning to a better men's players, or the men's players are able to have access to so many other things, small things, traveling with coaches, and having those courts and balls for themselves, and having whatever things that are required for the international, like the high level professional players. If that can happen, that will be the best thing. But comparison wise, I don't know, it's still I think we are lacking behind there. All the coaches are doing their best, individual academies are doing their best. That is how I can say that our Indian program is moving forward. Whatever best they can do, they are doing it.
Whatever is in their bucket, they're trying their best to do it.
Exactly. Nothing, because you can't fight a system, right? You don't want to fight a system. You want to do your best.
That's right.
And try and align with it.
So I was reading this study, and I found out that China went from 26% to 38.5% sports participation in last 10 years. So while India sits at 10%, what would it take for India to make that kind of leap?
We have to be bold I feel sports is definitely getting better to where it was. Now let's not compare nations again. We are comparing it to a very, let's say now we are having Olympians and medalists, medal winning Olympians recently.
There are a lot of medals coming in.
But if you see China, they are having so many people keep winning medals in different fields. So for them, seeing those people and picking up a sport has become easy. Obviously, the structure, the system is different. We are improving, definitely. I think we just need time, and we'll see, because parents, it all comes down from the family as well, right? Parents and everybody at the early stage, they have to be willing to take that risk, but right now people fear what will be their life in case they don't make it. That fear can be eliminated if we have a system, if we have something happening. I hope it comes to that level, but yes, it is improving, but it's tough.
I mean, I totally agree with you on that lately I've been seeing, not only in tennis but overall in even athletics, our athletes are performing so well, which I just keep on getting these updates lately, that athletes are winning in Asians and all these other international events. And the participation for Winter Olympics has also gone up. So
it is improving. Definitely, it is improving after the Scalo India system and stuff like that. It's improving. I think it takes time. That's all. So we can't again and again force it. As I have said it previously, we can't force anything. It's not going to happen. Hope that people pick up sport. Hope the parents are confident enough to send their kids to go and play a sport. And hope we are able to. A lot of corporates are able to give the sportsmen the opportunities to make a living, as in at least a stipend or a job or something. If it can happen consistently from a lot of companies, then there will be more confidence amongst the parents as well to put their kid in a sport.
That's right.
So if they can come out and support them, so I feel Indian mindset is still that it's not like going all out, right? They still want what will I get in return. That mindset is still there. And security, that mindset is there, right? Job security. So for them, it's not about giving everything and then dekha jayega. That's not there. For them, it is, they need that security to perform. So if corporates can come out and help these kids also, in whatever best they can in their capacity, along with sponsorship, whatever best in their capacity. Because cricket players, I have seen a lot of Ranji players are employed, right?
Wow.
With all private companies, a lot of companies. So if that can happen to a tennis player also, or a different sports also, that will be huge. Along with cricket, other sports can also develop. Now, when you say China and when you gave that stat, you didn't mention cricket there. Because cricket is huge in India, but that's not in China. But that's how it is, right? That comparison now. So if that can happen, it will be great.
So there's a program going on for doubles. I think it's called Doubles Dream.
Doubles Dream of
And can you put some spotlight on that?
Doubles Dream of India. It's headed by Rohan Bopanna.
Oh wow!
And they have three coaches and 2 physios. So there are different brackets. I think top 100, top 150, top 200. I'm not exactly sure, but they have those brackets of players who can get into that program, and they can, wherever let's say that there are 3 or 4 Indian players traveling to one particular tournament or in that region. So there'll be either a coach traveling with them or a physio traveling with them. Sometimes both can travel, sometimes only one can travel. So that's how it is. So which is very beneficial for the players. So that's helping them a lot.
That's a really good initiative.
Definitely. It's a very good initiative.
It's only the help with the coaching team that someone will be traveling with you, either physio or the coaches.
Yes, it's only that.
Okay. But even that is...
definitely.
That is
definitely.
Huge.
It's also very helpful, beneficial. You have some support, of course. So when they are sitting and watching you play, you have that support.
Right.
So that's good. And the physios are doing their good job. Coaches are working hard. So it's going well.
If somebody would ask me who should travel with the player, a parent or a coach, I would suggest coach. because he can see what you are doing on court, all the behaviors on and off the court.
100%.
That-
That is something very important. That's what
Yeah.
I had a discussion with someone recently. I said, try and travel with a coach. Try and not travel alone.
Yeah.
You know, at this level, when you're top 300, top 400 in the world, it's always beneficial for you to travel with a coach. So any level, of course, 300, 400, I'm talking about traveling with a coach. But any level, if you can afford a coach, or if 3 or 4 people can afford one coach, that will make a huge difference. Definitely.
So here's a little big question that you said that we can't compare ourselves to Carlos Alcaraz or Yannick Sinner. What's the biggest reason India doesn't have a top singles player?
I will say that we had great singles players. I will name Yuki as a great singles player. I'll name Somdev as a great singles player. I'll name Vignesh as a great singles player because he was top 100.
Yeah.
I'll name Sumit Nagal as a great singles player because he was top 100. There are so many other players who were like top 100 to 150. There were so many players, singles players. But why aren't we even talking about them? Why are we talking about Alcaraz? Why should we talk about Alcaraz when we have Somdev, when we have Yuki, when we have Sumit, or when we have Vignesh?
Yeah.
Right? Before that, we had Leander, who was a great singles player as well.
Yeah.
Why aren't we talking about them? So once we start to talk about them, why can't we from 75 or whatever they were, or 65, whatever, why can't we make it to top 50? It is possible.
Yeah.
I'm 100% confident that it is possible. Just a wrong comparison and a mindset where it's very tough to become a singles tennis player, especially from India. It won't happen. This and that. I'm not very. I don't take that. It is possible, and I'm very hopeful that it is possible by being in India as well. For me, you don't need to go to other countries or other places to train and become a singles player. I think you can do it from India. Definitely, you can do it from India if you have a good coaching structure.
Yes.
Right? If you have a right team.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, we can create environment. Environment is something that we need to create. We can do that if you have a good team, coaching team, and whatever backroom staff. They have a good team. We will definitely be able to do it from India, and I'm very hopeful of it. I'm a firm believer in that. That when you say that like we only tennis players, singles players can go out and yes, exposure matters. The tournaments matter.
Yes.
That we can do it. I'm not saying just be in India. I don't say that. You can get trained in abroad. But don't tell me that we can't do anything from India. I don't buy that.
You just have to make smart decisions, go for a few tournaments out there, maybe train there a little bit, but just keep your base in India.
If you want to, you can.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
That's my point. If you want to keep a base in India, why not? I know the weather is one major problem. Right? The facilities that we talk about is a major problem. That's what everybody tells. The tournament structure, right? The tournaments always happen in Europe or North America, US.
Yes.
So that's why for them it is easy. Having the first two things, a coaching team, if you have a good coaching team, creating an environment is not easy. It's not difficult. You can do it in India. We have unbelievable gyms and facilities in India.
That's right.
We can do it. For that, I think yes, we need to be sponsored, right? But if let's say that you're going abroad, that means you're sponsored already.
Yeah.
Why not spend money in India and create an environment and do it? We can do it.
And I think Indian coach would understand you better because they have also grown up in the similar surroundings rather than someone from outside abroad.
Okay, if you feel that Indian coaches you want, right? As a player, okay, why don't we can get foreign coaches to India.
Yeah.
You're anyway spending money.
That's right.
Bring them to India. Tell them that I am a tennis player from India.
Yeah.
But I am a firm believer in Indian coaches as well. We are motivated.
Yes.
We are good coaches.
Yes.
We are ready to put in that work. Everything has to align. That is something that is unfortunate that it's not aligning.
Yeah.
Because the parents, coaches, and the players, the triangle has to align. There is a mismatch between parents and the coaches. The coaches blame the parents blame the coaches.
Yes.
That is what is happening right now. If that thing changes, if there is a lot more trust on the coaches, why not? Why not? We are going to be a great tennis nation as well.
I think the parents needs to be parents, not become the coaches.
Unfortunately, it has become that way now. Everybody has so much access to the YouTube and the other things now that is happening, and with that exposure, with the money that they spend right now, so they feel they have a lot of exposure right now, and they know a lot more compared to
The coach.
what they used to know before. So it's not that they know more than coaches, they feel that they also know something. Talk to the player and the parent, so it has become that way. So those are the small mistakes that's happening, right? If a parent can completely trust the coach and give them the time, because tennis is time and money, simple.
Yeah.
If you want to become a good tennis player, if a parent comes and talks to me about this, I'm going to tell them, do you have time with you, and do you have decent money with you
Yeah.
to sustain the journey? You can start. Either one is missing, it's going to be tough. Money, at least during the journey you can do something, but if you're not ready to give time, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's very tough. When we used to play back then, we had a lot of time, but we had less money, so we were able to become decent tennis players. Now people, why do they quit so early? Because they have a lot of money, but they don't have time.
That's right.
So the dropout is more at these times, like during this time, compared to the previous.
Yeah. But I loved how you articulated it as tennis is time and money. You said that since now there's so many resources available online, that everybody's so exposed to all sort of trainings, mental trainings, tennis trainings, forehands, backhands. I think that has confused a lot of players out there. Why? Because now everybody is just overwhelmed. They're like, okay, I should do this, I should do that as well, and in that they're not able to make that one firm decision.
Information overload has happened now. Now people have that access and they are confused as well. As you said, we need to strike a balance there. As a parent, they need to definitely strike a balance. And as a coach also, you need to be a little more clear with the parents as to what is happening. Now I'll tell you how I see it right now is, parents don't give the coaches time. Now the coaches they get demotivated, and they say that yes, they don't give anyways, they're going to be here for a shorter time, might as well squeeze them out and just leave them. Take how much ever money I can and do it. But the coaches are not that way. The coaches are ready to give time and dedicate themselves to making you a kid that is a good tennis player. Parents also need to understand and align with that aspect. It is not only the money that you spend that will make your kid a better tennis player. It is the time also that you give to the coach, the trust that you have with the coach, which matters the most.
The connection
Is very important. And the coaches definitely should feel that as well, saying that he is my boy or girl. I am going to make them a good tennis player. The coaches also have to start taking ownership, start taking that like being committed there. So that ownership from both the sides are very important.
So your brother made it in doubles. Why is doubles different?
I can just talk to you about my brother because he enjoyed doubles at an early age. He was playing singles and doubles, but I could see it very early that he was taking too much pressure on singles. He was feeling that when he used to play, that smile wasn't there. On the same day, the way he plays his singles and doubles, and if you see this singles match, and then a few hours later, if you see his doubles match, it will be like I'm seeing a different personality altogether. And there has to be so much smile, joy, better movement, happiness. So that's why I chose doubles. That's how we transitioned into doubles at a very early age.
If you could redesign India's junior development program from the scratch, how would you do that?
I would like to have zonal centers. That is something that I always thought about. Why can't they do that, from south initially, or every association can do it. If not, at least every zone can do it, right? It's easy. It shouldn't be a very difficult thing. If every association or a zone can do it, have a zonal centers, as in high performance centers, and have coaches there, okay, and start off the structure from there on. Having players to be able to come in and train there, take the help of the coaches and the physios and the facilities there. That is something that will really, really change everything and help the junior players. And along with that, the parents' mindset, talking to them also, making them understand a little bit, also something that I need to I feel that it is very important at this moment where everything can be done with money.
Yeah.
It is possible, it is important,
Yeah.
but it is along with that time is very important. So for them, that also has to change during the junior this thing. Not put too much pressure on them, saying that I've seen small kids going and talking to a dietitian at the age of 12 for what?
Oh my God. Yeah.
12 years dietitian. What is happening? I don't really understand. Right? It is important. Yes, agreed. If you have some major problem, ultimate thing is the journey, right? You can't put yourself in a very, very, very strict pathway, and you just said that you can't deviate from here or there at the age of 12 or 14.
Yeah.
Stuff. Something that for me, I can't align in that this thing.
Yeah, the kid will burn out.
100%.
Yeah.
Right? Dietitian, trainer, physio in the evening, tennis. How much can that kid, along with that you have to study,
Yeah.
how much can the kid do? Right?
That's
So
right.
the junior development starts at that place as well. From home also,
Yeah.
things has to change. The parents also can start thinking it in a different way.
Yeah.
Money, you have money,
Yeah.
plan it in a way where you're going to spend that money for a longer time, rather than just saying, I have money, I'll put everything right now,
Yeah.
and then get scared and then back out. That's what many parents do it. They spend so much money right now on coaches, these dietitians, all are doing their job. But I'm saying, so much of pressure early on. They are spending so much money early on, and they travel for so many different tournaments. Also, they keep playing tournaments, and suddenly now they don't know what's happening. Money is being, completely gone. They are just losing money, and they don't know what is happening, and they get scared. They panic. They quit tennis by 16, 18.
Yeah.
The real tennis starts at the age of 16, 18.
That's right.
Unfortunately, the journey is ending at the age of 16. That is the saddest.
So it needs to be more strategically. You need to put the money in. Yeah.
Why panic? Don't panic.
Yeah.
Let the kid enjoy.
That's right. So what's the reality of being a coach in India versus other countries?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I have maximum respect for Indian coaches.
Yeah.
And I don't feel one bit inferior to any foreign coaches.
Yeah.
I don't. When you talk, if I'm going to be very positive about it.
Yeah.
Now I feel I'm the best.
Yeah.
Right. I am the best.
That's
That's
right.
what I believe in. I'm not saying on paper or record something, but I feel I'm the best. I'm one of the best coaches.
Yeah.
No, I don't feel any inferior about the foreign coaches. They are doing their job. I'm doing my job.
That's right.
Right. So every Indian tennis coach can be a great tennis coach.
Yeah.
They can be as good as whatever who are so-called top coaches. They can be so-called top coaches.
Yeah.
It's just that we need to stay at it, be committed,
Mm.
try and be as much as possible player-centric.
Yeah.
I would feel that let's be very committed to the players, in developing players. Then why not?
Yeah. When you say player centric, what do you mean by that?
As I said, that coaches are getting demoralized because of the other factors as we discussed previously. But along with that, for them, I think if the coaches can still understand and talk to them and change the way the approaches, and start being more committed to making them a good tennis player, making them understand tennis play. See, whether you become a great player, I don't know. Whether they're going to be top 100, top 50, top 500, I don't know. But at least stay committed to that. Coaches are doing a great job. But I'm saying because of so many other things that are happening outside, coaches are also feeling somewhere they are also not happy. That's what I mean, right? But that can change.
Yes.
So if the coaches are given more trust and valued more,
That's right.
from India, they can do a great job. And the coaches also, if they can change their mind a little bit to being, yes, I'm going to be committed to my player. Come what may, they stay here for 2 months or 5 months or 1 year.
Yeah.
For the 2 months, they are my player.
Yeah.
Okay. If they go after leaving me, if they go back, talk bad about me, I don't care. But those 2 months, those 6 months, those 1 year, I'm going to be, they are my kid. So that's how I feel the coaches can change it.
Yeah. So let's jump to the lessons and the takeaways of the conversation. So what advice would you give to a young player who dreams of making it but plays that victim card that the system is not supporting enough?
Forget the system. When you're young, don't think about the system. Don't listen to other parents, other coaches and stuff like that. You trust your parent, you trust your coach, stick to them. Give your coach time. Listen to the coach. Please listen to the coach. I feel this is very, very important as a young player. If you feel that you have joined an academy, you have joined an academy for a reason. Don't try and be smart saying that there are 5 players here in this academy, that's why I want to join. You don't join an academy just because there are 5 players. You join an academy because you see the value in a coach. And the coach will put you with those 5 players and make you better. That is how you see it. That is how I want you to see it. So trust the coach. Okay, don't panic. Forget the system. In your capacity, if you have a lot of money, spend the right way. If you have less money, in your capacity, be consistent. Try and go through the journey as much as you can. Don't give up too early. These are the small things that I can tell.
But I'm really grateful that you said that. Don't go for the players who are training there. Go for the coach who's there.
That is why you go, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I keep hearing from parents, that, oh, we left that academy just because there were no more good players anymore, and we wanted our kid to play with the best players.
You go for a coach, and when you're a kid, right, you want to develop.
Yeah.
Who can develop you? Develop your skills. Who can develop? The coaches are going to develop. They are going to give them their knowledge, pass on their knowledge to you. So do it. So stay at it. Don't panic. Don't quit too early. Just in your capacity, play your tennis. Don't compare yourself again, as we have already discussed. Don't compare.
Yeah.
Don't expect way too much at an early age. Plan it accordingly and continue the journey.
Yeah. So if a parent came to you and said that my kid wants to play tennis professionally in India, what would you tell them honestly?
I already answered the same thing. Time, money is something, those two are very important. It has to go hand in hand. Along with that, trust in coaches. As a parent, you are supposed to keep your child happy, right? You're a parent, right? You're a facilitator for the kid. You're showing them the direction. You're going to wake them up, whatever, prepare food or whatever, and, give them that some comfort, emotional support, whatever. Whatever. Do that to your best ability. Let the coach take care of the tennis aspect. Don't spend unnecessarily way too early. Manage your finances well. Manage your time well. Do your bit as a parent. Let the coach take care of the kid. Keep your kid in a very good mental space where your kid is able to come and talk to you and enjoy and share a lot of things with you. You're also learning from your kid and the kid is learning from you. So be very relaxed. As I told you, I'm 11 year. My age gap between me and my brother is 11 years.
Yeah.
Right. Literally, I'm taking the role of my parent now as a father.
As a father, yeah.
So I'm a tennis coach. I'm trying and this, and so I'm able to understand this because I'm spending so much time with them. I try to prioritize so many things. That is why I'm trying to tell you these things can work out. If a parent wants to separate it, don't club your knowledge to your coach's thing. Don't put too much pressure on the coaches. Don't put too much pressure on your kid. Give them time. It'll definitely happen.
But you said that, I mean, you don't have to spend too much time on, like, way too early on the diet and all these specific parts. But what are, like, the must-haves? So, like, a tennis coach,
a good environment. Create a good environment. Don't travel a lot unnecessarily. You have a good space. Like if your tennis courts are close by to your house, the travel time is reduced. Create environment there. Find a good fitness center or whatever it is. Talk to your coach and align with that. But if a coach has that thing, trust your coach and do it. Create an environment where it is easy for you also mentally. Because along with the kid, you are also going to burn out in this journey as a parent. The parents also have to take care of their mental space carefully. So finances is something that can burn you out. Expectations, as we spoke. It's not only for the players, it's for the parents as well. Comparison, it happens with the parents as well. That's why I keep telling you. So I think
parents are the one who first put this in the kid's head. They're like, okay, no, that other kid is doing so much better.
Exactly. So manage those things. You don't get burnt out. Enjoy your journey. Then you also travel together with the kid and the coach. Then the journey is fun. Otherwise, it's going to be a grind again. You don't want to make it as a grind. You don't want to make it as a happy journey. Smooth journey.
That's right. And what do you think is the right time or right event to have a team around you which supports you in every aspect, where we go much deeper into, like, we have a nutritionist, we have a physiotherapist with us. What do you think is the right time to do that then?
See, there's no right time as such, but for me, if you're a 12-year-old kid or a 14-year-old kid, I firmly believe in having the player play in a group, and along with that, have private sessions. When you play with the group is when you enjoy and you start learning amongst others. You start competing with each other, and then you learn.
Yeah.
Too early of late, what is happening is everybody wants to go private, right? At the age of 12, parents, just because they have money, are private. They're not learning. They are again and again, they're very, 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 following a very narrow path is what I feel.
Yeah.
Where it is, they don't have that freedom to express themselves. The kid doesn't have the joy to express. They don't have few friends to, go and talk to. They are with the coach or a eating partner. And it is the 3 hours of constant hammering at the early age. That is not, I don't think I'm not a very big fan of that. That's why I don't like doing those private coaching also.
Yeah.
If it happens, it has to be for me for a longer time. But I still believe being in a group is good, at least till 14, 16 years. Along with that, take privates. I'm not saying don't take privates. Take privates, improve your skills. But being in a group, at least for one session every day, you will learn a lot more from that than only the privates.
Right.
And to answer your question, when to have a team around you, once you're 14, 16, you will know that your level is increasing, you're reaching those, you're starting to play the ITF tournaments and stuff like that. That's when you can have your team. But from the under 14 itself, you can start having your own nutritionist or something where you just visit them once in a month, or you just give them the feedback, they just see you. But it's not so strict where you're following it every single day. 10%, 10 grams of protein, 50 grams of fat. No, that is too much. That's too much. Cutting down on sweets, ice cream. If you see the top pros, they eat ice cream every meal. I have seen Nadal drink Coke. I've seen so many other tennis players drink so many things. But we think that no, we shouldn't eat anything here, unless until you have some medical condition where something is bothering you. You have to follow it. Otherwise, you'll be happy. Just go through it.
So a listener wrote in. I mean, I keep getting messages from tennis athletes from all over the globe. So I'm a young athlete in India, feeling like the system is broken. Should I even try?
You should try. Don't give up.
Yeah.
Just try it. Definitely you should. As a tennis player, don't give up. Just try. It can happen. And India is in the right. We are going to.
That's right.
Do well. Don't worry.
How do you see the next 10 to 20 years of Indian tennis? Is there anybody coming up?
There are a lot of juniors right now, and eventually it will start picking up. Yes, other sports have gone ahead of tennis. We can say that because badminton, there are so many other players who have taken up badminton. Now pickleball is coming up.
Yeah.
But yes, but tennis cannot go down. As a sport, it cannot die basically.
Yeah.
So it will be there. Players are going to come up. Whatever I have spoken previously, if they can manage all that, we are going to be very good. Indian players can do really, really well. I'm 100% confident. From India, we can do well. Indian coaches are very good. We can do well.
Yeah.
Coaches can be recognized and given time, and coaches can be valued more. Why not?
That's right. Thank you so much, VC Anna. It was really nice having you here, and really grateful that you shared your whole journey with us and the wisdom which you have learned on the tour.
It was fun talking to you, and it was fun discussing. I would say it's not like one way. It was fun discussing tennis, and thank you so much for having me.
You're most welcome.